Roommate Love Trick. Chapter 1. The New Beginning. The campus of Silver Pine University buzzed with excitement as new students streamed through the main gate, pulling luggage, chatting with parents, and taking selfies in front of the iconic fountain that stood at the heart of the university plaza. The early autumn sun cast a golden hue over the ivy-covered buildings, and the scent of freshly mown grass filled the air. It was the beginning of a new chapter for hundreds of students, and for Leo, it was the first step into a world he didn't fully understand yet. Leo, a strikingly handsome freshman majoring in architecture, walked through the gates with quiet confidence. With jet-black hair, pale skin, and an aura of mystery, he was the type who turned heads without trying, his eyes dark and unreadable. Scanned the crowd as he pulled a sleek black suitcase behind him. He wasn't here to make friends. He wasn't here to party. Leo had one goal: to focus on his studies and keep to himself. That plan, however, began to unravel the moment he stepped into Dormitory Building C and reached room 207. As Leo pushed the door open, expecting an empty room, he was greeted by an energetic voice and the scent of citrus shampoo. "Hey, you must be my roommate," said the guy already inside, turning around with a dazzling grin. "I'm Sky." Sky was in the middle of unpacking, surrounded by boxes, pillows, and an open suitcase that spilled with dance shoes and colorful clothes. Slightly wavy brown hair fell over his forehead, and his warm, expressive eyes sparkled with genuine friendliness. He wore a sleeveless hoodie and sweatpants, and even barefoot, he moved with a dancer's elegance. Leo blinked, momentarily caught off guard. "I'm Leo," he said after a pause. "Nice to meet you, Leo." "I hope you're okay with some music now and then," Sky said, gesturing to a small Bluetooth speaker on his bed, which was softly playing a pop ballad. Leo placed his bags down near the empty bed. "As long as it's not blasting at midnight," Sky chuckled. "Deal. Midnight is reserved for dance rehearsals in my dreams." Over the next hour, they settled into the room, moving around each other in a dance of polite silence and occasional awkward exchanges. Sky, never one to enjoy quiet for too long, started chatting about his second year in the performing arts program, how intense the choreography classes were, and how he once almost fell off the stage during a rehearsal. Leo listened, half-focused as he arranged his sketchbooks and architecture tools, but he found himself surprisingly drawn to Sky's stories. "There's this amazing bubble tea place just 2 blocks away from campus. We should go sometime," Sky said as he hung a small poster of a ballet performance over his bed. Leo raised an eyebrow. "You always this friendly with strangers?" "Only the ones I have to live with," Sky replied with a wink. That night, after the room lights dimmed and the energy of the day faded into stillness, Leo lay on his back, eyes tracing the cracks in the ceiling. The quiet hum of Sky's breathing filled the space. There was something oddly comforting about it. He turned to his side and looked towards Sky's bed. The other boy had already curled into his blanket, a content expression on his face. Leo closed his eyes, trying to convince himself that his life would remain on the quiet path he'd planned. But deep down, he already knew. His time at university was going to be far more complicated and far more interesting than he had imagined. In room 207, a story had begun, not just of shared spaces and clashing habits, but of whispered laughter, unspoken questions, and the early stirrings of something neither of them was quite ready to name. Perhaps it was friendship. Perhaps it was the beginning of love. Or perhaps it was simply the trick fate played on 2 unsuspecting hearts who happened to end up as roommates.